Hello and welcome back to Changing Room 2, which is particularly hot today, as it's getting busier and busier with more and more things. I'm joined by Matthew Savagar.
Yes.
No one calls you that.
No,
no one calls you that. He of Purple Team fame. Not disappointing on Purple Point, but we don't have many purples in the conversation room.
No?
That hasn't really happened. I've had Gavin in here twice, but I don't think I've had any of the rest of you.
We have chopped and changed a lot, mind.
You have.
There's like very few of the original ones left on the team. I think there's only me. I think there's only me and Gav.
You and Gav were there at Inception.
Yeah, I think they were the only two from when we started.
Wow. So it's quite appropriate that you two are the captain and vice captain. And what a season, I think, is fair to say. Lots of purple success.
Yeah, no, we've done really well. I thought, considering that chopping and changing has been happening, we've never had a settled team. I thought we've done pretty well.
Cursed glory.
Classic mid-table.
Well, you've had a hell of a run in as well. I remember when we were looking at our last 3 games, and we saw we had oranges and blacks. Oh, that's the run of it. And then they had each other as well,
yeah.
But then all of us challenging for the title also had to play you.
Yeah.
What? That must have been. That would have deflated me. I think not to blow our own trumpet.
Yeah, I think when we were looking at it a few weeks ago, we were like, "Oh, that's gonna be a fun one. That's gonna be a fun one. And that's gonna be one after the other." But we were all like, "Hey,
you got some points though.
Yeah, we're gonna come out and have fun. That's the whole
for sure. For sure. So tell me about specifically your success this season. What's been sort of your highlight?
My highlight was definitely 2 weeks ago hitting my 10%.
I
didn't think I was going to make it because I put on the week before and I was thinking, there's only like 4 weeks of the season left. I'm not going to make it in time. And then somehow in 1 week I just smashed it and was like, oh yes, I done it. Because that's been my target for the whole thing since the very beginning. I want to lose 5% each season.
Yeah.
So lost 5% in the first season, and now 10% in the second season. So fingers crossed for 15% next season.
Yeah, that's really great. With the new team.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Putting the Girth Glory behind you.
Yeah, I mean, because obviously at the start I was on greens with you guys.
Honorary greens.
Honorary greens. So I'm not one of those people that has been particularly fixed to my team. There's been an awful lot of moaning going on when Stan announced that the teams were going to be changed. I was one of those people that was just like, guys, come on, Jesus, are you just really upset because you're not going to play with your best friend anymore?
Well, yeah.
You're a full-grown man.
I've had lots of messages to that ilk.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I'm excited. I'm excited to play with some new people. It's going to be fun.
Nice one, awesome. So, talk to me about your reason for joining in the beginning. Did you have a goal in mind where you thought you'd like to get to?
I just really wanted to drop some weight. 5 years ago now, when I finished uni, I was 11 stone.
Wow.
And then in about a year and a half, I'd gone up to 16 and was just like to myself, I need to do something about this. I can't stick with gym. And then obviously we had my daughter, and then that was definitely a kick in the teeth. It was now you really need to sort yourself out because you've got to be there for her. It's not about you anymore. So that was my big kick up the arse. Because before that I was kind of I need to lose weight, but nah. Things but why? I'm in a stable relationship. Things are generally just sort of chugging along. Do I really need to lose weight?
Sure. Sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
Sometimes you really don't.
And so then she came along and it was oh yes, I definitely need to lose weight. Because when she's 4 and 5 and running around the place, I don't want to be 5 feet behind her going,
There's something that's getting to me right now. My son, he's 2.5, and every night we have to read the same Peppa Pig story, right? And he can recite it now. So when you're given the first half of the sentence, he can finish it. We read it that fucking much. And there's a sentence where they introduce Daddy Pig, and they say, "This is Daddy Pig. He loves eating cookies and has a big round tummy." And that's the end of the sentence that you can finish. It's just a matter of time before you turn on me.
Yeah.
If I don't beat you to it, it's a matter of time before you turn on me and start saying that. And I think that was going to really hurt when it happens.
Yeah. Yeah, the irony, we were watching Peppa Pig the other day, and there is an episode when Daddy Pig has to go running.
Yeah, he's not happy, is he?
And I'm like, oh no, that's not being me.
Yeah, it's Peppa Pig.
Peppa Pig. How you should do your life. Just watch Peppa Pig.
Well, quite right. I found myself the other day where Miss Rabbit gets a call from the Queen to go and get a medal, and I was like, "Go on! No one deserves it more than you. Go on!" And then I thought, right, I should probably go for a run.
Yeah, it's one of those parenting things. Like me and Jake were doing it. She was watching Five and Sam, and we were there the whole day going, has Pontypandy got some like ludicrously high insurance rates? Like, this town is burning down every other day. You know, like honestly, who insures these people? And their houses are rebuilt like in 5 minutes. Like, you know, what's going on?
So you've been with us obviously since the beginning. Started off on the greens, moved to the purples. In that time, and it's actually a year old on tomorrow. We're going to be a year old here at Man V Fat. What is your personal highlight in that time? 10% aside, obviously, we've talked about that.
Oh, that's a good shite. The funny thing is, whenever I think back and try and think of particular matches, I can't think of any except ones when we got battered.
And so that's something that I make it stick in your head.
Yeah, and so some of my personal highlights are people just scoring really good goals against us, and when you just got to stand there and go, yeah. I even played you guys last season, and we lost by 1 goal. And it was a screamer from like 25 yards. We were just like,
Phil Sorrell out the back of his ass.
Banged it in the top corner, and we were just like, that's one of the moments that if I think back just sticks in my mind.
So, if I'm hearing this correctly, your personal highlight of Man v Fat is Phil Sorrell's 25 yards.
Yeah, pretty much. it's either that or the one when we played the Whites. And Scan, like, literally did some ludicrous skill that I can't even describe because my brain didn't even register it at the time. Went past me and then lobbed the keeper. And that's another one that's just, like, sticks in my head.
Well, we'll edit that out.
Yeah.
Because Scan's cut. Sav, thank you for joining me in the sauna.
It's absolutely boiling here. I reckon I should go and weigh now. I probably lost, like, a stone in sweat just from sitting in here.
If we were to bring someone in who was thinking about joining Man v Fat, they weren't quite sure, but they wanted to know what you had to say. What would you tell them? What would be your advice?
My advice would be just do it. Like literally, if you're worried at all about the quality of football being too high, or you haven't played football in so many years, just do it. Because even if like the football is not the main thing, it's being there in that great network of guys who all support you and really help you lose that weight. I think that's what I would say to somebody. I'd say, like, don't worry about the football. The football is like a great addition to it. The important thing is the weight loss.
Thank you very much for joining me.
No worries.
And I'll see you out on the pitch.
I will see you out on the pitch later on.